welcome to Governor's Island. My name is Joyce Manalo, curator for Emergence, Creative Pioneers of Uncharted Territory. The curatorial team consists of myself, Johan Kritzinger, Elke Denner, and Audrey Bogaqual. The exhibition is about 9 weeks long. It opens May 31st and closes July 26th. We have a couple of scheduled performances throughout the exhibition. Please feel free to visit our website at www.emergenceshow.org.
Emergence resulted out of the relationship that Figment has with Governor's Island. Governor's Island only opened to the public a couple years ago, and since then they've been trying to get more and more people onto the island. We'd done Figment last year. It was a one-day participatory art event. It was open to the public, and we had 2,800 participants come out, play with artworks. We had 60 artists making artworks out here. The island really loved what we did, and they invited us again to produce our event. This year it will be a 3-day event, and it will be taking place on 27th, 28th, and 29th of June. We knew that these buildings were open, so we were like, we'd like to take over one of these buildings and produce a curated show. So we pulled together our resources. We're very interested in how this island is this kind of non-commercial space, non-inhabited, but has all the infrastructure. And invited the curators, curators invited the artists. We have some amazing pieces here. We have artists from South Africa, Istanbul, Denmark, New York, New Jersey, and all of the artworks are interactive or participatory in some other way, so the audience really get to engage with the works in a way which is kind of unfamiliar to them, in that ordinarily when someone encounters art, it's like, ooh, look at that piece on the wall, don't touch. And this show is really about inverting and imploding that idea, in that you are encouraged to engage, for instance, with this piece where the artist started the infrastructure and you can continue, for instance. I should mention that Emergence Show is produced, is a project of Figment 2008. Figment 2008 is a project of the Action Arts League, which is produced by a coalition of volunteers in partnership with the Peer Project. And for this specific project, we have received funding from the Black Rocks Arts Foundation.
So they've brought in recyclable bottles, and they have some plants already that are been sprouting, and they just started planting in here, and they built this structure, amazing structure. The idea is to, you know, encourage people to join in on building a habitat outside their natural surroundings.
You know, the 3 of us came, and we thought we'd wait until we saw the building that we were installing in before we really came up with any ideas. So as we went through the building, really, it seemed like a lot of the spaces were kind of whitewashed. Like there really wasn't a lot of residue left, and the spaces that we found ourselves really drawn to were the kitchens. Especially this one, it seems like such a big area, and it's all the way at the back of the house, and really kind of made me wonder what the history of the kitchen might be.
We were doing some historical research on Governor's Island. It's sort of this weird little microcosm of the sort of imposition of America, of contemporary United States of America onto the continent that existed here before. And Governor's Island in particular represents that because it's actually physically an embodiment of that. Our codex does this project called the War Show, which is all about utilizing war as a kind of a structure of creativity.
Audrey Vogapol. This is Elke Denner, we're two of the curators, and we just wanted to tell you a bit more about the show.
The show is about participatory art, and one of the reasons why I became part of this is because I believe that participation is a different way of engaging with art, and it's much more satisfying. You don't just look at art, you actually participate, you co-create the art.
The participatory nature of the show is not just something that's about art. It demonstrates sort of a personal creativity that can be unlocked, that can be ported back over to education or business or any other part of someone's life. It doesn't mean that we all need to be artists in the traditional sense, but that we can all create something, do something, make something, instead of just sitting here passively and absorbing culture. So I really think it's an important landmark show in the history of art.
And another component of this show is performances, and participatory art itself, you could say it's performance. It has performance elements to it, but I think with participatory art, you interact with an object or with a toy or with a sculpture. But with participatory performance, you even go beyond that, because you will have to interact with other people, and they might be strangers, and you might you do this in a playful way. It's not that you have a conversation and ask them about who they are, but you sort of find out about who they are and who you are in relation to them by participating in those performances.
It's fun. It takes us sort of outside our normal scripted roles and allows people to just do something a little bit different and kind of discover who they are.
Yeah, it's playful. It's like a game.
So we invite everyone to come out and enjoy the show. It's weekends, Saturdays and Sundays from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. from May 31st through July 26th.
As you may know, a lot of New Yorkers may not be familiar with this place. I wasn't too familiar myself, and I took this as an opportunity to explore what Governor's Island is about and delve into the history. So basically that is the concept of the show, was to merge the experience of exploration, coming to the island, as well as delving into the historical importance of Governor's Island. We offered this up as a concept for the artists to propose their site-specific installations for this project. And we are very pleased with the outcome, and we hope that you will be able to step outside the normal bounds of going to an exhibit at a gallery or a museum and participate with us. And we want to thank you for being a pioneer and coming out to the island just like we did.